Hello everyone, and welcome to the week 2 pre-test examples. The problems presented in this video are the problems that you should be able to work from the pre-tests that were relevant to week 2. Alright, so let's have a look at a few of these. Now we do have some word problems or application problems that you did not see in any of your examples, so hopefully you will find these to be helpful to you. Alright, the first one is similar to number 12 from your pre-test. It says the sum of 3 consecutive numbers is 27. Find the numbers. Well, we're finding the numbers. We don't know what the numbers are. That's why we use algebra. That's why we have variables. So I'm going to let the first number equal x. Now consecutive means one number after another. So in order to get to the next number from x, if this was 5, if I wanted to get to 6, I would add 1 to it. So to get to the second number, I will let the second number equal x plus 1. The third number is 1 more than that one, so I'll let the third number equal x plus 2. Now the key word in this is sum. Sum means addition. So it wants me to add those 3 numbers, and when I add those 3 numbers, it should equal 27. So what we have is the first number plus the second number plus the third number should equal 27. Well, we let the first number be x. We said we were going to let the second number be x plus 1. And we said we'll let the third number be 1 more than that, or x plus 2. So once we get this equation set up, then we just use our equation solving skills, our steps, to solve this equation for x, because if we figure out what the first number is, what x is, we can determine what the second and third numbers are. So like terms here, I have x plus 1x plus 1x, so that gives me 3x. Then I have the constants of 1 plus 2. I combine that to make positive 3. Okay, so after like terms, we want to get our constants. This 3 moved over to the right hand side by subtracting 3. (27 minus 3 gives us 24. We don't want 3 times x, so let's divide by 3. X equals 8. That is what my first number is equal to. My first number is equal to 8. My second number was 8 plus 1, or 1 more than 8, which is 9. My fourth number was 2 more than 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. So my numbers are 8, 9, and 10. And if you add those numbers up, 8 plus 9, 17 plus 10, that will equal 27. Okay, let's have a look at another problem. Right, number 13. The perimeter of a pool is 50 feet. If the length is 5 feet longer than the width, what are the dimensions of the pool? So we're going to assume that this is a rectangular pool. And what we know about a rectangle is that the opposite sides, the lengths of the opposite sides, are equal. They're equal. So we have a special formula we can use for the perimeter of a rectangle, since the opposite sides are equal, and that's going to be 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Alright, now the width, we don't know what it is, we don't know anything about it, so we'll just call it W. The length, one side of the length of that pool, we do know something about it. We know that it's 5 feet longer than the width, so we'll call it W plus 5. Okay, so now with our formula, we can create an equation out of this. We know the perimeter is 50. We know that the length is W plus 5, so 2 times the length, or 2 times W plus 5. And we know the width is just W, so 2 times W, that will just say 2 times W. Now what that allows us to do, it creates an equation with one variable that we can solve for. So we can use our equation solving skills and figure out what the width is. So now I'm going to use the distributive property here. 2 times W, 2 times 5. So 2 times W is 2W. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 2W. Now we're going to combine like terms after using the distributive property. So the like terms are 2W and 2W. That gives us 4W plus 10. Now we need to get our constants moved away from that variable term. So we need to subtract 10. Subtract 10. 50 minus 10 is 40. The 10 and the negative 10 over here will cancel out. Last step, we want to divide both sides by 4 to figure out what 1W is. So we find out that W is equal to 10, or 10 is equal to W. So the width of my pool is 10 feet. The length we knew was 5 more than the width, so 10 plus 5 would be 15 feet. So this is what our pool would look like so far as the dimensions of it. And if we added all of those sides up, that would give us 50 feet. Okay, let's take a look at one more application problem. Word problem here. And this has to do with graphing in ordered pairs. It says, given the equation of the line 3x plus y equals 15, what is the missing number in the ordered pair? Well, if you remember that your ordered pairs are listed in alphabetical order, in this case, x, y. So negative 2 represents our x coordinate. So what we can do to figure out the y coordinate that goes with it, we can take that 3x plus y equals 15 and substitute negative 2 in for x. After we substitute negative 2 in for x, we'll want to go through our equation solving skills and find out what y would be equal to. So 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Add 6 to each side. And we find out that y is equal to 21 when x is negative 2. So the missing number would be 21. Okay. Now you also should be able to work numbers 29 and 30, and those problems were covered in the solving equations video. So if you need to refer back to that video to see examples of those problems, then please do. Okay. I hope this video was helpful to you, and remember to practice these problems as you're going through so you will be prepared for your post-test for your final exam. All right. Thank you.